They are preparing you for the mark of the beast, and almost no one knows it. Welcome, dear brothers and sisters. Today we want to warn about something that is already happening, although many still do not see it. The mark of the beast is being designed, organized, and progressively integrated into our lives. While some still wonder whether it will be symbolic or literal, the reality is that the system that will allow its imposition is already in motion. The main global institutions, such as the International Monetary Fund and the United Nations, have already declared the intention to impose a global digital identification system for all citizens, an identification that would be necessary to access basic services, healthcare, transportation, commercial transactions, and participation in the daily economy. In a previous video, we showed how artificial intelligence plays a key role in building this system. And today, we want to go a step further to show you how this global structure, announced in Revelation, is being technologically and socially constructed. Stay with us, because what you are about to hear will help you understand many things. We want to remind you to subscribe to this channel by activating the notification bell. On the screen, you will see how to support our mission. Now, in that previous video, we talked about how artificial intelligence can be a key tool for the antichrist system. Understanding the antichrist not only as a person, but as a system opposed to Christ. We also recall the document, Antica Nova, published by the Holy See, which warns about the dangers of replacing God with human-made artifacts. We analysed how the image of the beast that speaks in Revelation can be interpreted as a system animated by technology that demands obedience and suppresses those who resist. But today, we take a step further because what once seemed symbolic is now tangible and real. Concrete tools are already being applied to exert total control: unique digital identity, biometric control, digital currency, social credit scoring, implantable technologies. All this is no longer the future, it is the present. Organizations such as the IMF, United Nations, and the World Economic Forum actively promote a unique digital identity for each person. And the G20 has already agreed to implement central bank digital currency along with mandatory identification systems. This means that in a very short time, those who are not in the system will not be able to buy or sell. This process is part of the so-called Fourth Industrial Revolution, promoted by the World Economic Forum. Even if political globalism loses strength, this technological revolution will continue advancing. Its goal is clear: to merge our physical, digital, and biological identities. A profound transformation that reconfigures human existence under purely material criteria, breaking away from God's design. We are witnessing the birth of a system in which every person will be tracked, measured, and controlled through digital platforms. How is it being implemented? Look at these already visible examples. Implantable RFID chips used in Europe for contactless payments, social control applications that limit access to spaces based on user behavior, digital health certification that determine mobility and employment, facial recognition with artificial intelligence. The ID 2020 program promoted by the Gates Foundation, integrating identity, health, and social control into a single system. All this is already happening. The BBC has shown how people are using chips under their skin to make payments, and China's social credit system demonstrates that this control is already viable and accepted. So, is this the system of the mark of the beast? Revelation says, "He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark." Revelation 13:16, 17. For years, this was thought to be symbolic, but now we see the infrastructure being built for its literal fulfillment. And this is not just an economic or technological issue. It is a spiritual battle. The human body is being prepared as an instrument of control, and by accepting this system, humanity risks dedicating itself not to God, but to the opposing power. St. Paul warns in 2 Thessalonians that this apostasy will be driven by a deceptive power, so that many believe the lie. Many Catholic authors teach that the mark of the beast will not only be an external seal, but a spiritual adherence. Saint Irenaeus stated that it would signify apostasy, a total submission to the antichrist system, like an inverted baptism that marks the soul, not for Christ, but for the enemy's mystical body. Revelation is clear. If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on their forehead or on their hand, they will drink the wine of God's wrath. Revelation 14:9, 10. But what if someone is forced to accept it? Catholic doctrine teaches that there is no sin if there is no free will. However, the texts in Revelations do not show any repentance from those who accept the mark, voluntarily accepting it as an act of spiritual apostasy. The Catechism teaches that evil can never be done to obtain good. Accepting the mark out of necessity means aligning with the enemy's system instead of trusting in divine providence. Jesus clearly said, "What good is it for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul?" Matthew 16:26. So, how should we prepare? This process is already underway. We must not fall into fear but remain vigilant. Many mystics warn that when the mark is imposed as a condition to buy or sell, it will be time to withdraw from the system and seek refuge in God. Some speak of physical refuges, but our primary refuge is God's grace, the rosary, penance, and consecration to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Well, this has been an essential reflection. The mark of the beast is no longer a theory. It is a real system that is being organized step by step. Technology, ideology, and power have united to redesign humanity, and the moment of decision is approaching. Now, if you like this analysis, please like this video and share it with your friends. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And I ask you, do you believe this global digital system is already the prophetic prelude to the mark of the beast? Thank you, and may God bless you and the Virgin protect you.